Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all doing good. It's almost Halloween, so I always enjoy this time of the year. So today we are here with Bart, Luisa, and Geneviève. We're going to talk about your next side income starts here. Before we start, I just want to explain for those who join for the first time that you can send us messages in the chat to say hello or to say anything else. But if you have specific questions for the speakers today, you will have to ask them in the question tab. In the question tab, you can also vote for a question that was asked from someone else if you want this question to be asked, especially today. If we don't have the time to answer everyone, we will make sure that we come back to you via email later. So it's 1 minute already. I suggest we start. So again, thank you everyone for being here today. We will, like I said, we are with Bart, Luisa, and Geneviève that I will let them speak so that they can present themselves. You can start, Bart, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm Bart. I'm the CEO founder of Fleetix. What we do is actually help companies towards sustainable quality management and help them with a reliable supply base, mainly in the food industry. So we do supplier orders for our clients all over Europe, Middle East, and Africa. And we do coaching, consulting, on-site and online with our clients to improve their quality of food safety management system. So that's a bit what we do. Yeah. What else can I say about myself? I'm already have this company for 10 years, 2 people in the team, and referral programs are also part of the income we have within the business. So that's why I would like to join here at this stage as well, to share my experience on how we do it and what it can bring to you.
Thank you. Welcome. Luisa, maybe you can present us. Oh, Geneviève, sorry. We can follow the slides.
Go ahead, Geneviève.
Okay, thank you. Hi, everyone. So my name is Geneviève. I'm a Shopify developer, and I've been freelancing for 7 years. And so I do Shopify development and like e-commerce, just customer experience consulting in general. So I work with brands to help them increase the repeat purchase. So like to build brand loyalty essentially, and to get their clients to keep buying from them again and again. So that's my specialty.
Good.
Okay, then I'm closing the round. My name is Luisa. I'm a project manager. I usually work in the transformation space, mainly with companies that are backed by external funding, such as VCs or PEs. And the goal is usually to conduct value creation along certain operational levers. And as Bart already mentioned, the referral program is also something that I've used in the past to create additional income. So I'm very excited to speak about this today.
Great. Thank you for being here. I will quickly introduce myself as well. My name is Laurent. I'm from Belgium, based in Brussels. And I'm working at Malt as a community builder. So what we do is we want to engage on a daily basis with our community of freelancers via different ways. So we organize events, we send daily or monthly content newsletters, interesting blog posts, social media. So basically everything that can help freelancers connect, learn new stuff, or just create networking, just share things together. For those who don't know Malt yet, Malt is the biggest freelancing platform in Europe. How it works, we offer companies and freelancers to find the perfect fit. So if companies arrive on the website, they can look to the loop here to find the freelancers, they can try the AI search, or they can post a project if they already know exactly what they want. Freelancers, on the other hand, have to create a profile in order to be seen and selected by clients. Why having a profile at Malt? We want our freelancers to decide. We also connect you directly with over 90,000 clients all over the world. You can design your own rates, your availability, if you want to work hybrid, only remotely, or you can also go to your clients. We help you with the prospecting, with our access to more than 90,000 clients, different sizes, startups, SMBs, international groups. We also help with the administration so that you can focus on the mission. So with our platform, you can create your quotes, you can track the assignments, automate your invoice, and everything else. You can get paid quickly and securely within the 10 working days, starting the timesheet validation. And last but not least, an entire universe dedicated to freelancers. You can join different communities per market, per countries, discover the different events, the training or articles we publish on a weekly basis. So also a quick reminder or just explanation on the business referral program and how it works. With the referral program, the business referral program, you can have extra revenue. That means by referring an opportunity, a project opportunity with Malt, you can get a reward of a 5% referral bonus. You can earn this 5% on the total invoice amount for the 12 months starting on the day the project starts. So if the project is only 3 months, it will be 3 months. But if it's 12 months, then you can earn money during 12 months, which is very good and interesting. How it works. So if you identify a project opportunity that Malt doesn't know, you can fill out the project details by clicking on the link I will share after. And Malt will connect with the client to validate the project brief and start looking for the best freelancers for them. And then after, if the project is accepted and the client works with the Malt freelancers, you as a freelancer, you can earn 5% of the invoiced project amount. So this is an example, for instance, with this 5% invoice amount and for a 6 months project or mission, with a freelancer working 20 days per month, having a daily rate of 500 euro. Again, this is an example. So just so you can imagine that you can have a total of 3,000 euro for the 6 months of the mission without working, basically, because you just refer the project, but you're not working on the project. So this is definitely extra revenue for you to consider. So this was the explanation of a BRP. If you have any question, you can also ask a question in the question tab, and we will make sure to answer you. Now, most interesting for today, I will leave Bart, Luisa, and Geneviève explain, but we wanted to share with you some key takeaways for a successful BRP.
Good. Thank you, Laurent. So my story about referral and the BRP program. The first bullet point for me, your network is your net worth. As a consultant contractor, you're already in contact with your clients. And the benefit we have while we do actually coaching consulting on site in these food companies and when we're auditing their suppliers, we actually extend our network every time. And the benefit we have when we talk about quality and food safety in a company, we also get in contact with other departments within the organization, not only with quality. And there you hear a lot of things that are going on, yeah, that they need more resources, that are projects going on, and they don't find the right people. So that's a bit the thing you have. So your network is very important to find opportunities when it comes to referral programs. Yeah. Not only for the Malt one, but also I'm also in a referral program for all-in-one platform that has your website and your funnels and email marketing, all that kind of stuff. So also there's a lot of referral programs. The best thing about the Malt thing is that actually you can actually refer to Malt directly and they actually take it on from there. Yeah. What's important to know, besides that your network is your network, is that you have to know the decision maker. Yeah. Often you come across somebody in your network and said, well, I'm overloaded, there's too much work, there's too much on my plate. It would be helpful if we have a temporary support, a contractor or a freelancer to help us with that. Most of the people I talk to, they say, well, there's too much work on our plate. But it doesn't mean actually that they also the capability and the decision maker to decide that they can get a contractor or a freelancer on board. So make sure if somebody comes to you and said, well, I could use some extra help. If you put it in a referral program at Malt, make sure you first talk to the decision maker first. Yeah. Otherwise, you send out referrals to Malt that actually might not come to an end. Yeah. Because then they contact with the client and they're talking to the wrong person. They have to go to the decision maker. It takes a longer time. Not sure if there's a budget, yes or no. So if you refer a potential client to Malt, make sure you also inform and talk to the decision maker first before you actually make the assignment, and put the name of the decision maker in the referral tab. So actually that Malt can take contact with the right person on the site. Yeah. The third takeaway I would make is actually be translucent. So translucent is not really transparent. So I really mean translucent. So if you say, okay, you know what, I hear that you can use some extra support temporarily by a contractor or a freelancer. You have to say, in my opinion, and be very honest with that, well, okay, I can refer you to Malt. Yeah. And if something comes out of it, there's also a financial benefit for me coming out of that transaction. I would stay away from telling how much it is. Yeah, because otherwise you can start getting questions and said, well, why so much and all that kind of stuff. So to stay away from that kind of discussions, I would say be translucent, that there's also a financial benefit for you in it. Yeah. But I would stay away and being totally transparent about how much it is. Yeah. So that's actually my 3 takeaways when it comes to a BRP. And it's actually for every BRP I'm in. With other programs, we have a referral agreement as well. So, and they're mainly, it is like, well, the fee you get or percentage you get is mainly part of a confidential agreement you have with that company. So be translucent, tell them that actually you get some money out of it, but I would stay away from being totally transparent and say how much it is. So these were actually my 3 takeaways and how you can do it. So your network is your net worth. Expand your network, use your existing network to pick up these signals that they could use some extra support temporarily from a contractor or freelancer. Yeah. Make sure that you talk also to the decision maker to be more successful in closing projects on the PRP programs, and be translucent. So tell, okay, we have some financial benefit from it as well. If there's a good cooperation, that something goes on. But stay away from really say, okay, it's that much or that much percentage of that's how the fee is. So these were actually my 3 points I would like to share with you on having a successful BRP.
Thank you. Super, super interesting. Let's see now what Luisa has to tell us.
Yeah, thank you. Before I jump into this, maybe it's worth mentioning that I'm part of Malt strategy. So I think the type of projects that I do, also the duration of them is a bit different. And this might also mean that there are different options to do the business referral program. And I think there's a bit of difference between smaller gigs and more long-term gigs. So the way I structured my 3 takeaways is a bit by where I am in the process of having or not having a project, let's say. So I think it helps a bit to understand why I have these takeaways and these best practices for you. Maybe the first thing that I want to state is that I think it's important to see opportunities beyond yourself. So when I don't have capacity to take on additional projects, maybe I'm already involved in a full-time project, I often get requests from my network, maybe from other friends or people I've worked with in the past. And then I think it's important to recognize that you cannot do this at the moment, but that this is still an opportunity for somebody else. So I think in this situation, it's important to share these projects, pass them along. In this case, I usually don't spend too much time on them. I don't really know much about the project, so I really just hand in the project, file the project on Malt, and then I let this person who filed or has had the request and Malt take it from there. So that's the first step in the process. And then the second one, where I think that this might be a bit more specific maybe to a strategy project, is that when I'm involved in a project and I have a lot of touch points with my clients, I work on strategic planning. It's very often the case that they or I spot needs to carry out these plans, and we discuss certain resource gaps, and then there's the option to discuss these specific needs and resource gaps based on the work that I've already been doing for this client. So here I feel like, because I'm working in this transformation space, because there are often changes in needs, there are a lot of options to discuss resource gaps for companies. And it often happened to me that a client was stating that they might need some support in certain departments, maybe communication, maybe marketing, maybe finance, to carry out certain initiatives. And then I explained to them that I have this connection to Malt and that I could make an introduction. In these cases, I usually stay a bit involved in the process because I do know the client, I do know Malt, but I kind of make sure to connect the dots a bit more. And then I'm usually part of the first interaction or meeting that takes place, just to make sure that all the information is passed on, and that I manage both of my relationships, let's say, with Malt, but also with the client. Lastly, and I think this is also a bit unique in my case, I often work with companies that are backed by VCs or PEs, which also means that they often have some scaling component to them. So they often want to strongly increase their employee base and want to grow. And they have very diverse and scaling freelancing needs as well. And then I think you have the option to introduce more as a platform than a one-time service provider, which is really more solution in the end for the client, for all the different freelancing needs they might have and that come up in the future. In my specific case, I've done that once, that I really introduced a new customer to Malt and helped them to really steer very different freelancing needs through the platform, from developers to marketing profiles to IT resources. So it's becoming really more of a solution than a one-time corporation. Yeah. So I think in summary, this is a bit different steps that I usually take. Share projects if you can take them, and then don't get involved too much. Just really pass them on and focus on your current project. Listen to your current clients and the projects that you currently do. Spot resource needs and flag them. And then the last thing, if you get involved in more strategical discussions, introduce more as an end-to-end platform. I think these would be my takeaways.
Thank you so much. We will after explain how Geneviève did, but I want just to remind you that you can ask questions in the question tab because I don't see any at the moment. Yes, go ahead, Geneviève.
Okay, so my case is a bit different because I also implemented my own referral program, so internal to my business, that helps me generate like 50% of new business through my past clients and specifically my best clients. So it's something you can like start even if you just have one client, which is what I did. So the way it works is that it's a trust-based system, referral like system. So my clients they can refer me to that network. And if their friend books a project with me, my clients get 10% of the value of the first project signed by the friend, and they earn those credits, that value as credits they can use as discounts the next time we work together. So it's a way to incentivize them to refer me to people they know, but also to keep them coming back to me to work with me again because they have these discounts they can use. So then the friends they refer me to gets like a free like mini service, usually an audit, as a bonus to their first project. So if they book with me, they also get like a gift thanks to them being like referred to me. And as far as I'm concerned, so I get to duplicate that way. I get to duplicate my best clients by borrowing like the professional network. So essentially, I get my best clients to act as salespeople for me. And the result of that is that I can get like better and warm leads as well because they get introduced to me through like established relationships. And I get a higher conversion rate, like from sales call and proposal to like a booked project. So I have like an 82% conversion rate on those referrals. And also, I can also in that way increase my client lifetime value. So for my current clients that referred me, because they get to come back to me to use their credits for a new project, and the new clients as well can like I get to sign them for the first time, and then obviously they also enter the same system, and then they can also like I can increase their own lifetime value by keeping them coming back. And why it works, this like a model is that I trust, like I said, it's a trust-based system. So because I truly believe like the trust is the best like business assets like we have, and the most valuable thing we build with our clients when we do good work and we build these relationships. It's that's the best thing we create, and I use that trust to like drive new business. So I trust my best clients to bring me people just like them, because that's where I said I duplicate my best clients, and I only invite my best clients into my referral program because usually we hang around people just like us. So that's the idea. Just like this person, if I want to work with more people like them, then I'm going to invite them so that they can refer me to that network. And it's always been true that the network, the people they refer me to, are just like them. So I really get to duplicate my best clients. And my clients trust me to do a good job for their friend if the friend signed with me, because they're willing to put their reputation on the line. So the reputation they have with a friend, they put it on the line by referring me. So I thank them with the credits they get. And the friend who doesn't know me trusts my clients to refer them like a reliable freelancer, so me, and they are confident in hiring someone who's been vetted by someone they trust. So that's why the conversion rate, like I say, from sales call to a book project, it's at 82%. It's really high. That's because trust-based system. I trust my clients trust me, their friends trust them. So that's how we transfer trust to each other, and we vet each other essentially. So that's how it works. And that's how like a 70% of my new business come from my past clients who act as my salespeople.
Great. Very, very interesting. I don't know if some of our audience has questions for Geneviève. At the moment, I see one question that I will answer already about how it works. So I quickly want to remind how it works for a freelancer to refer a project opportunity is that the client can be on Malt, but the project opportunity cannot exist yet. So if you hear of an opportunity and the client didn't start looking on a freelancer on Malt, it could work. But if the client already started looking for someone, then it's not going to work, because then Malt is already aware of the opportunity. I hope it answers your question, Mehdi. I don't see other questions at the moment, so I don't know if one of our speakers wants to explain something else in the meantime.
Yes, I just want to see in the chat, like, just say maybe she's gone now, based on a message. Justina, someone was saying, like, the problem with like referral program in Europe is like the data protection law, so that she can't share like project coming from bigger corporations, because it's not legally possible. So I was just wanting to jump on that to say that's why, I mean, not why, the exact reason why, but a possibility with my like internal referral program, like it's private, so that's why you can implement it like whichever stage of business you're in, whether you're like just starting out or like you're more advanced. So yeah, that's why it works well. So it's a possibility for you to implement your own program so that you get like new business.
Thank you. And I also want to add that we will come back to this person because I need to check what we can do with our legal department. Is there anything else you would like to share with our audience? Because I don't see questions. I'm just checking the chat. Maybe there is a question about the topic of today, but I don't see any.
Yeah, I see a few questions in the chat, so maybe you can come through them to find them, but yeah.
What is the benefit for the customer? As soon as they know about Malt, they can just post the project, can they? If someone wants to answer.
Yeah, I mean, I think for the customer, it doesn't really change that much, because it's more split basically in the commission of the project, and the split basically changes. So yes, I think it's difficult to monitor, let's say, the funnel, but if you are the first one to report a request on the platform, then you will get a share of this commission. But I think for the customer per se, I would not say that it changes much in the process, also not from a cost perspective.
I think the benefit for the customer is actually that if they work with Malt, actually they don't have to start looking themselves for a freelancer or a contractor. It's actually done the process by Malt, so actually they save time over there as well. So I think that's also a benefit for the client, that they actually can outsource that whole process to a service provider to help them out with the process. And I think that's the big benefit for the client in this case. So that's also a thing you can say to the person you're referring to. Is like, well, you know what? They can take the whole process out of your hands. You will save time in finding the right person. They will do it for you. So they're matchmaking program as well. So it will help you finding the right person without spending too much of your own time. So I think that's also a part of the sales message you have to give to that potential client, to Malt as well. Like, well, it can help you find the right person without for you spending too much time on it.
Great. I see a question from Gail. How do you introduce this to your clients, and what are their general reaction for all of you? So I don't know who wants to start.
Yeah.
I can go ahead. As I said, I think if it's really a current client, then like the need comes up because I flag it or because the client states it themselves. And then I would say pointing towards a platform such as Malt and providing a solution to their current problem is actually something that is perceived very well. when stating that I do get some incentive from this as well. I think the question is often like, how is this split, and will this increase the cost? And if this really is more a question of who gets this commission, but not that the commission is generally increased, then from my experience, this is perceived quite well, and it's providing a solution to their current pain points. Yeah, so I think for me, this really comes up when speaking about their strategy, their plans, and their future resource needs.
What I would also say, like, well, if you have somebody already reaching out to you as a freelancer or contractor, they already know how to work with contractors and freelancers. And when they say, well, do you know someone who could help us with this project or that project, even when it's not in your domain, you can say, well, because people think that when you're a freelancer, you have a big network of freelancers and contractors. So they think, do you know someone who can help us with that one or that particular project? And maybe you don't know anyone, but then at that moment you can say, you know what, I can refer you to a company that can actually help you with all these kind of questions you have on all this kind of project with different kind of profiles. Is it okay for you if I bring you in contact with them? And like I said, do it also with decision maker to make sure that they're okay, that you bring them in contact with Malt. And in general, you help them actually find the right contractor or freelancer. So in general, they're happy with providing that solution to them because you're a solution provider, even if it's not in your domain. But in the end, you will provide a solution to them by referring them to Malt, and they will be happy to find someone who can help them with the project.
Yes, and as for me, like the way I introduced my program to my clients, the first time we worked together, I just, after the first project, and I vet them, I evaluate, okay, is this the type of client I want more of? So if I decided that yes, then during the offboarding process for the project, that's when I introduce them to I invite them to sign up for my program, and by explaining like, hey, next time I'd love to work with you again. I want to more clients like you. See, like that's very close to what I told them. I want more clients like you, and the way I get to duplicate you is by inviting you to my referral program, and then I explain the benefits for them. And so it's very like transparent for what they have to gain, what their friend has to gain, and how it impacts like a future relationship. To say we can work together again, and you can get credit to use with me again. So that's the first like time I introduce them to that, and then if when they also come back to work with me, like past clients, or did they come to work with me often, then I also tell them, remind them essentially, oh, I also have a referral program, like you're investing now in this project, but like don't forget like your referral program, because you can get credits, essentially like free money from your network. They can like fund part of your project. I also tell them that when I send proposals and they say, oh, it's a bit too expensive for us, I remind them, hey, you can get your network to fund part of your project with the referral program. So if you bring me someone, you can get a discount. So it's like at every touch point where, so I also use it as like as an answer to like an objection, say like a price objection with like those best clients, my best clients I want to work more with. If like we're a bit tight on budget, like I remind them. So it's really like built into my client experience and my client journey, like let's say my client experience, so that it's always constant in the mind. And also I have a way to incentivize them. My credit, I have like urgency. The credit expire after 6 months. So they have like, it's a bit like long enough for them to have a new project, but also just short enough to keep them coming back and not completely forget. And they get like automatic reminders, hey, your credits are going to expire 30 days from now. So if you have a project, you can book now, even if it's like 6 months in advance. And that's often what I end up doing. They book like 6 months in advance. Even I have like a clients book a year in advance for a campaign, because they could like to use their credits. So it's like it's really built into my client's experience. It's not like an afterthought. So that's how I do it.
Thanks, all clear. I will put this question as done. Another question from Leo, maybe also for you three, if you can re-explain perhaps, what are some nice success stories with the referral program, commissions, new clients, etc.? Bart, maybe you can start.
Yeah, I'll share something. Well, I was on the platform for Malt, and I was contacted because there was one of the clients actually that said, okay, we need somebody for quality in our organization. Initially, it was for 3 months. At the end, I stayed there for 11 months. The person who actually gave that project to Malt, I think he must be very happy. He almost earned about, when it's really talking about 5%, should have received about 11,000 euros in that 1 year. So I think that's the amount you can actually get when you have big projects going on. And I think that's really a success story. So it's really finding the right opportunities. And if it's really project for a longer time, and it's really high profile they're looking for, it really can add up quite quickly. So, yeah.
I think my nicest success story was about, I think, a year back, more or less, because there was a promotion done by Malt on the business referral program, and I think they, for the DACH region, increased the 5%, actually to 10 back at that time, but it was a very short time window. I think a couple of months a couple of weeks in December, towards the end of the year. And I was very fortunate that one of my clients, just in that time frame, needed somebody in the marketing space. And then I handed in the project, and because I handed that in December, I still got that higher rate. And then this person stayed 6 months with the client, had quite a high daily rate. And so, with the 10%, then it got very high for me in the end. But even with 5%, I would say, if you refer good projects, I would say you can earn 5 to 10K even. And I think that's, for not really doing a lot of things, that's pretty nice. I think, as I said, the only thing I've done in this case was really just to have an initial discussion with Malt and the client, and help them select the right profiles for this role. And then I stepped out. So very limited.
Thanks. Interesting. I don't know, Geneviève, if you want to add something.
Yes, I could. Nice success story is, like, for me, like, commission, but I mean, I don't really have that, but like I would say the simple fact that, like, my program converts, like, for me, this new leads to like 82% of the time that they convert to new clients. I would say this year specifically, I had 2 cases that got like one client who got to fund like almost 100%. They only have to pay 500 euros of, like, for a project. It was a 10K project, because they brought me two clients, and they got to fund like almost the entire project. So that's the biggest one I have, and it's really nice to see, like, the the joy in the face from, like, this program really benefiting them. It's not just for me or to make more money. They come back. It's a really benefit for them to, like, reduce, like, their investment amount when they refer people. And so, that's my biggest win for this year. And another one would be, I was talking about the incentives, about the urgency. Like, I put, like, the credits expire within like 6 months. So the project I just wrapped up right now, like a few days ago, it was a client who booked like in June. They received a reminder, oh, your credits are expiring. So they booked like in June for like now. So it was October. So it helps me like feel also my client roster like months in advance. So it's really nice.
Thank you. I see another question from Isabel. How the process look like for the client? I don't know if one of you wants to answer based on your experience.
I think I can take this. So for me, the way this worked was that I handed in the request. I specifically wrote a note in the request to Malt to loop me in the communication to the client. So they reached out. We quickly discussed what exactly the client needed. Because I'm part of the discussions usually with the client already, I do have a lot of insights into the profile that they're looking for and what this person should bring. Then we had usually one short intro call in which Malt introduced itself. And then it takes about, in my case, it took about a week or let's say 3 to 4 days to select certain profiles for the customer. I think they can also just look for profiles on the platform themselves, but in my cases, we got some Malt support to really select these profiles so that they have like a tailored and targeted selection. And then they signed up and they viewed the profiles and scheduled interviews with the ones that were relevant for them. And I think then on the platform you basically see where your referral where it currently stands in the process, more or less. So you will then see, okay, this referral has been signed right now, and then you also see when you get the commission payments, which in my case were on a monthly basis. So I think that was quite transparent and quite nice to see that I didn't have to do anything for this process to be carried forward and for the payments to then be made to my account. So that's how I see the process. And yes, that was my experience.
Perfect. Is there anyone who wants to add something on this? If no, we can go to another question. And I'd like to say something first based on the different comments we have or different questions that are more related to the fact that some freelancers didn't have any mission yet. This is the idea of the webinar of today, to present you how you can generate extra revenue. And one of the cases is that you don't have any mission at the moment. So you can earn extra revenue by referring someone else if this is not your profile, because some of you have very specific profiles and we don't always have an opportunity for everyone all the time. So that was the idea of today. The question would be, is the BRP of these programs an alternative to not getting a mission proactively from Malt? How do you see it? I already answered, but maybe someone else wants to say something, if it was the case for you, for instance.
Yes, I might add. Also, I'm not going to speak for Luisa, but she was saying earlier that it's a way for you also to refer projects you can't take yourself. So that's one thing. But for me specifically, it's like it's not even alternative. They both, and they have to work together, because to be frank, I also like plan, or like, I'm also using the Malt, like, you know, BRF, like the program as well, to like for my, if I get leads outside of Malt, which I often do, like right now, for example, I have a lead from LinkedIn, because for me, like client acquisition, they come from Malt, LinkedIn, podcast interviews I do, like, or like Google, like I said, it's SEO. So I do have like leads that don't know Malt at all. So I still like prefer them to. I use like I use like the Malt program as well. So for me, it's like they work together, as in it's just another way for you like to make extra income for either project you can't take on. And what's good about this is also you can't refer. I mean, not just I don't always to Malt. I don't just refer like project in my specialty that I can't take on, but also even project my clients. The one I just offboarded, they're looking for like an ads manager, or another one was looking for social media manager. So it's like it's just part of the project. So like I just refer them like, hey, go to Malt on Malt to find someone for that. So I think it's broader than just like broader than just how if you get the mission from Malt or not. It's just like it's so much broader than that, I guess. So I hope it helps you like expand your mind a little bit.
Oh, sorry, I was in mute. I see this question I was going to answer. So we have a lot more requests for creative or photographers in Spain. So again, I would suggest to get closer to your community builder for Spain. I can come back to you and give you her email address. But the idea is that each community builder is going to look to your profile and see if it needs to be optimized based on the different information you indicated here. Just checking if we have other questions at the moment. I think I answered everyone. So checking the chat. If there is nothing else, I don't know if someone wants to say something before we end the webinar. Checking in the chat. Yes, there will be a replay. You will get it automatically. So don't worry. If no one has anything to say, well, thank you for coming today. I hope it was interesting for everyone. If you have any other question for us, so you will get the replay via email. You can answer to this email as well, and I will make sure I follow up with everyone having extra questions. Don't hesitate to visit the page. I will share again in the chat. If you have any opportunity, you can always refer the opportunity to Malt, and perhaps you will have those 5% commission. So thank you again for everyone, to everyone for coming today. And also thank you, Bart, Luisa, and Geneviève for the really interesting insights. I wish you a good afternoon, a good Halloween, and maybe good holidays if someone, like some people are going on holidays. And we see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.